Yeah.
Loving you and you loving me back is the best feeling I would wish on every girl.
Oh my God.
It's now an hour and 45 minutes after the time that our wedding's supposed to happen. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thanks for coming. Aaliyah, hey, thanks for coming too. Hey.
Awesome.
Season 11 of 90 Day Fiancé is coming to an end, and the 90 days are up for most of the couples. And whew, I'm glad it's ending. I don't think I can take another episode of Maddie asking Stevie if she's bi, or the throuple and Amani/Ameni's fake crying. You know, the season is bad when the person you're rooting for the most on the show is Sarper. So we had two couples get married on episode 17. One couple had a surprisingly heartwarming wedding, and the other one just gave me heartburn. I definitely did not expect to feel so happy for Greg and Joan when they tied the knot. I mean, Greg was the worst man baby we had ever seen on the show. I still don't know if the whole no job storyline was just for the cameras, but even after Greg did supposedly land a job, I still didn't have much hope that their wedding would come together well. I mean, the guy didn't seem to have great time management skills outside of making sourdough. But I did start to feel some hope for Greg and Joan after seeing how much Greg cared to incorporate Joan's culture into their wedding.
You know, the fact that Joan's family's not going to be able to be here, I've decided to bring Africa to Long Island a little bit.
Joan looked so happy in those moments, and it was nice to see.
You really nailed it. It looks good on you.
Especially when Greg brought in the dancers.
I feel embraced with Greg's family. I know I'm loved.
Joan really loves Greg, and Greg really loves Joan. And it turned out that the only real hiccup they had with their wedding was the invitation.
The arrival time on the invitation is 6:30. The ceremony starts at 6:30.
And if you've ever planned a wedding or been to one, you know that it takes time to get people inside a venue and then seated. So having time between the arrival and the start of the actual ceremony is important.
I bed, man, you know? Everything gets set back if people start showing up later.
So why do I feel like the invitation was Greg's one and only job for the wedding? But when Greg realized that he had made a mistake and he needed to fix this so their wedding didn't start late, Greg and his mom went ahead and made a lot of phone calls telling people to arrive on time. And people did arrive on time.
Thankfully, people start showing up. Like, literally, every single person showed up on time, and it was just truly amazing.
And Joan looked absolutely stunning in her dress. Greg, looked good too, I guess, for a giant man baby wearing a suit. Things actually went smoothly, and their ceremony was beautiful. Greg corrected his mistake. And yes, Greg's mom paid for the wedding. At least most of it. But it turned out great. Yeah, they will still probably live with Greg's mom forever. They have a long road ahead of them. But for the moment, I could see that they do really care for each other, love each other. It was heartwarming. Unlike the other wedding we witnessed with Sean and Aaliyah. So if you watched both episodes 16 and 17, you know that Aaliyah signed a prenup. And during that signing, there was this running joke where Aaliyah said, "Don't worry, I won't be late this time."
I have a plan of time to do everything.
I can't wait to see this happen.
She was 2 hours late to their engagement party. But don't worry, this time she won't be late, everyone. How could she be that late when she learned from her mistake the first time? So if you didn't see the episode, as Aaliyah's friend Jackie shows up to take Aaliyah to get ready at the venue, you see Sean getting his mom ready as well. Sean makes it very clear that they are on schedule. The wedding starts at 5:00 p.m. sharp. And that shouldn't be that hard, right? Because she's getting ready at the venue where they're getting married. It's not like she's going to get stuck in traffic in a limo on the way, right? That can't happen. Aaliyah even says at 1:30 p.m. that she's taking a shower. So she has 3.5 hours at this point. So there is this moment, it says at 2:30 p.m., where Sean says that his mom unfortunately falls and really hurts herself. She has fallen and hurt her foot and her hip.
And at 85, she broke her hip. That, so many people die from that.
So at first I was like, well, what are the odds that this woman fell on her son's wedding day? Which it sucks that I even have to ask that. I didn't necessarily doubt that she hurt herself, but I wondered if she had hurt herself maybe on a different day, the day before, the day after. And then they filmed that and used it as drama for the wedding day. So I went through and I watched the clips closely. I zoomed in to see if when he drops off the flowers, if those are the same flowers that Aaliyah had, if the centerpieces were the same. And surprisingly, all of it checked out. But this is where things get confusing. Like an hour before the wedding, Aaliyah says that she's running late. Not a huge surprise. But then Sean communicates to Aaliyah through Jackie what happened to his mom.
So I just talked to Sean, and he said that Jean had a fall this morning.
So Aaliyah knows that his mom is hurt. I'm going to circle back to what Jackie said too later in this video, because she says that his mom fell this morning. So now Aaliyah supposedly knows that Sean's mom is hurt. And now we also know that there is a way that Sean and Aaliyah can communicate. 4:30 p.m. arrives, people are getting seated. Sean's mom is in the front row. She seems okay. And then time starts to go by. And at 5:30, 30 minutes after the ceremony is supposed to start, Aaliyah is just now putting on her dress. Aaliyah, come on. And her dress is interesting. Sean says at one point that this dress was a big secret and there was going to be a big reveal. There was even an article that said that this dress was made by someone and it was... Yeah, I was not expecting this dress that she wore. All I could see, all my eye went to was the underwear. It just right there, right at the underwear. That's the most subtle way I can say, yeah, I didn't like this wedding dress at all. I love Joan's dress. Didn't like this dress, the underwear dress. So at 6:15, we are now an hour and 15 minutes late. So the big question becomes, are there people really sitting outside during this, including Sean's hurt mother in 104 degrees for more than an hour? It's hard to tell. The only thing I noticed at all is that there are these voiceovers where you're hearing people talk, but you're not seeing the people actually say what they're saying.
We have no idea what's going on.
At this point, we should have already been almost done with dinner. I'm over it. I'm no longer sitting. I'm no longer cooperating.
They should be providing some kind of drinks for people.
Which makes me think that, no, I don't think they're being fully transparent about how long people were outside. And also, Sean did not make his mother sit out in the heat for 2 hours. Come on. So this is where this gets strange to me. At the 2-hour mark, Sean is done. But he can pretty easily get to where Aaliyah is getting ready. He walks over there.
Not having it.
So why didn't he communicate earlier to her, let's go? It just seemed weird to be oh no, they were sitting outside waiting for 2 hours and Sean just let that happen. Sean does not seem like the type of person that would let that happen.
Yeah, I've been waiting to go for an hour and 45 minutes. I don't give a
That makes me think that maybe he was hey, come out. And she was I'm coming. And then she just never showed up. Maybe she was nervous. Maybe it took a while to put the dress on. I don't know.
So I say, we walk in the thing, say I do really quick, and then go have food, and then throw everybody out.
Aaliyah is used to being late, but the fact that Sean just let this go on for so long, I just think something's not adding up. And as time is going on and we're watching this, it just becomes more painful to watch because Aaliyah doesn't really say anything. Hello, you're super late and people are waiting in the heat for you. And there was the same tone during the engagement party when she was 2 hours late too. Instead of being oh no, people are waiting on me, I should finish up, it was, oh, I don't want to rush.
I'm ending here, but I don't want to rush. I think perfection takes time.
Which is so rude. Especially with Sean's mom, who she knows is injured, is supposedly waiting outside. So obviously Sean is upset. But the part I don't get is why Sean didn't just go over there after an hour. I feel that didn't need to go on for 2 hours. Also, I noticed that Jackie said that his mom had a fall this morning.
And he said that Jean had a fall this morning.
But if you see this clip of them getting ready, they had a clock set at 12:30. Pretty sure 12:30 is not the morning. And that other clip showed that she fell at 2:30 p.m. They're not telling the truth on that timeline at all. And it just gets more and more uncomfortable from there. So Sean says to the officiant, just do the vows really quick, go to the end, let's get this done. And not once do we still see Aaliyah say anything. Just Jackie get all offended.
I felt like our dad came to yell at us and punish us and let us know, like, you're in trouble now. Get where you're supposed to be immediately. Like, I felt it was very uncomfortable.
They have a super short ceremony and they're smiling, but Sean says that he's just over all of it at this point. Aaliyah just looks like a sad puppy. And when she goes over to talk to Sean's mom, did anyone else notice how she said, I'm sorry I wasn't there?
Thank you. Very
I'm so sorry I was not there. I fell.
Was she supposed to be there getting ready with them? Tell us. I just don't believe you're editing lies, TLC. So Sean and Aaliyah don't even look at each other during the dinner. So different from Greg and Joan. This is supposed to be such a happy day. And it's really not.
Aaliyah, hey, thanks for coming too. Hey, so finally coming.
Aaliyah just looks like she wants to cry. And unless we're missing some really significant information about what happened, I don't know why she's pouting. They had to have spent a lot of money on this wedding. Like, it's beautiful. The flowers look beautiful. The venue is gorgeous. And it just got ruined by her being late. So now Sean's saying that he's questioning his relationship with Aaliyah. But like, weren't you already? I know this doesn't help, but it's kind of too late. I'm actually surprised that Sean didn't just call off the whole thing too. So what do you think about this situation? I hope Sean's mom is okay, but something about her fall's timeline just doesn't add up here. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did some reshooting of certain scenes. They do that a lot on the show, but it feels like we're missing something. Also, the venue that they hosted their engagement party and wedding at talked about the filming in an article, saying that the experience was very positive, said the production team was wonderful to work with, and having a crew on site was exciting. I wonder if we will get any more tea from like the staff there at some point. It was a beautiful venue. Flowers. I was not a fan of the dress. It could have been a really wonderful moment for them, like Greg and Joan, but it wasn't. It was awkward and painful to watch them interact after Aaliyah was late. And on the next episode, they do talk about what happened. So we will have to see what Aaliyah has to say about being so late. I hope she doesn't just sit there, again, pouting. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. And also, this is my QR code to my Snapchat. Make sure to follow my public profile. I will be posting often on there. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!